the big thing going around right now is we're still wondering, dude, when is Batman Part 2 going to start filming? Because nothing has been beginning. The last rumor was that the Batman Part 2 would begin filming at the end of this year and that it would hit their 2027 release date, right? Well, a new thing had come out from Production Weekly. And again, I want to remind you guys, Production Weekly isn't really a news website. It's not a publication. It's not like where you can just read headlines. Production Weekly is a place where you go to see what upcoming movies or shows and when they're being filmed. And so every I think week they just update you with like, hey, this show will begin filming in June. It's got this director, this producer, and here's kind of a rough summary. Sometimes it's very accurate just to know when something is about to start filming for that reason. But also, since doing this, I've learned, and because I've made the mistake of using Production Weekly as like a real source. I'm like, oh, they have it here that this person is in the movie with this director, and here's the plot line. And I've been burned before with all of that turned out to be false. And instead, Production Weekly actually just uses rumors and theories online and just kind of implements them with the real information of when things will begin filming. So I'm just saying all that pre-test with everything going on right now, because we got an update from Production Weekly that said now that the Batman Part 2 is looking to start filming not at the end of this year, but in a March of next year, which would be awful because we are just continuing delaying this movie. And the more we delay it, the more we are not going to hit that 2027 release date. But the big thing that people noticed this time around is that Production Weekly did not list a director, making it look like Matt Reeves is not directing the Batman Part 2. And here's someone who paid close attention and mentioned there's a rumor going around that Matt Reeves dropped out of the Batman Part 2 due to the Production Weekly sheet that doesn't list a director. However, it's important to note that a director hasn't been listed since December of 2023, long before any rumors of the delays and sprung. So we've continuously gotten updates of when the Batman Part 2 will film. And right now, I'm only believing the part about it saying that it's now filming in March instead of the end of this year. But the fact that there's no director on there hasn't been a director put on the Production Weekly list since 2023. So that doesn't scare me. But this is now where I have to talk about some things that like John Campia has been bringing up. Okay. Most of you guys might know John Campia. He does, the movie news show and stuff like that. I still watch him from time to time, get a kick out of his stuff. And sometimes he has very good insight. Well, anyways, sometimes he also has scoopers and people that talk to him. And John Campia for the past couple weeks has been saying that he was told some personal information about Matt Reeves, something so personal he doesn't feel right bringing it up or saying it, because once John Campia says it, it will be everywhere and they'll list him as a source because he's gotten other stuff right. Don't forget he leaked the No Way Home stuff with the look at Tobey Maguire's dick, and boy did I look at that thing hard. And so I think what he's implying, and again, I have no knowledge, I know nothing, I'm just like you reading all these articles, but from what scoopers, John Campia, everyone is saying, the conclusion that is becoming more likely, which is very unfortunate. Someone said Gunn debunked. If someone can tag me on that, because I would love to see that then. Tag me right now on the 3C Films Twitter handle, the backup account, please. This one here. Here's the handle, so I could pull it up on the stream right now. Tag me on that. Anyways, as that's being put on there, back to what we were saying. The reason there's still all this back and forth and uncertainty with Matt Reeves and why he's taking so long to make the movie, what is the constant delay? Why is there no finished script? Now, why is there a worry that he might not direct, even though some people are saying right now James Gunn debunked it? It seems like a lot of people are insinuating that either Matt Reeves is sick, like because they said it could be like a Chadwick Boseman situation. Other people were thinking he was just going through a really rough divorce. Other people are saying that someone in his family is sick, like maybe a child or someone else, and that is really taking up his time. And so like that's the stuff where I'm like, dude, that's some heavy stuff. And all that I totally understand then why his mind isn't fully on the Batman if he's dealing with those kinds of things. It's just weird that we have to, not we don't have to. It's actually pretty spoiled and rotten that we are speculating on someone's life just so we can say Batman punched somebody, guys. But that's what it's looking like, and that's the understanding, and that's why I haven't made like giant video updates on the Batman Part 2, because I would just be like, dude, Matt Reeves, get over it, dude. Take a Tylenol and direct this movie, man. That wouldn't be right? That would be kind of wrong of me. Let me see if anyone's updated me on this James Gunn thing. All right, there we go. DCU updates. Oh, 2 hours ago. Awesome. So here we have it. Says lots of fun updates from James Gunn today. Yes, Matt Reeves is still directing. Well, let's see these then. All right, so here's some screenshots from James Gunn himself. It says, "Is Matt Reeves still directing the Batman Part 2?" Yes. Huh? Okay, so to James Gunn, it's like, why are people even talking about this? Why is that still a worry? There you go. James Gunn debunked that. Says here, James, I want to hear from you this news to confirm. Has Supergirl really wrapped filming? Yes, it has. Okay, so Supergirl's already finished filming. That's an update. Another thing, how close is the film to being done? 90%. Superman? Oh, more than that. Just finishing some VFX and the sound mix. So, and yeah, I think the effects and everything of the look of Superman is looking good. Now that they have this many months out and the movie's almost done, Superman's going to look gorgeous. So the edits have done. How's it going with Peacemaker episodes you directed? It said, yes, it's what's called latched, meaning it's basically latched, but I'll move cuts around here and there. VFX or music comes in. I've finished all the Peacemaker episodes other than VFX and some score and some DI sound mixing. Okay. So there's some updates there. Good to know, though, back on the Batman Part 2 stuff, that Matt Reeves is still directing. Because, again, I was just worried with everyone bringing it up, but I was like, guys, this isn't even really official source. It's Production Weekly. They can't be that trusted and whatnot, but everybody was just like, oh, he's gone. He's fired. He's leaving the project. James Gunn's still sounding like, no, he's doing it and it's happening. I think they're just willing to be patient with Matt Reeves with how long it takes. And even with whatever issues Matt Reeves has, he has a reputation in Hollywood for taking his time with this project. And I think the quality speaks for it. So I'm not that bothered by it. But I think the more we delay, the more we come closer with like the Batman and DCU Batman Brave and the Bold overlapping. And that just might not cause confusion with the audience, but one another could hurt each other, where some people might not go see DC James Gunn's Batman because it's like, well, we like Robert Pattinson. Well, some people might see the new Batman and go, well, then why do I care about Robert Pattinson now? Let me see this Batman. When I'm just going to be like, I two Batmans, give them to me, you know? So, yeah, good to know. And thank you guys for that. That's why I do these lives. So you guys can you imagine if I did a whole video going, Matt Reeves might not be backed. Let me do this cringy intro. This is good that we are able to do this live and see that. So there you go. Don't worry about the Matt Reeves, but they're still saying we're going to find out some information about why Batman is still taking so long. So the only real bad piece of news we have is the possibility that the movie might not start filming till March. I think it could still hit its 2027 release date. But man, if we don't start any cameras rolling by the end of this year, it's like, what's going on? We might get an update on there. So we'll see. But you guys, let me know your updates on that. Okay. Batman, more like Grand Man. It is crazy how long it took in between sequels to get that happen. All right.